talk all about the new important information we learn about in the second Animage magazine that talks about Yashahime. According to the episode writer, Katsuyuki Sumisawa, there was a lot of discussions with Rumiko Takahashi, the original author of InuYasha, before the figures of the three main characters were solidified. From Boat Eating Well to the Tunnel of the Tree of Ages. Tunnel of Ages sounds awesome, glad to finally have a name for it. Katsuyuki Sumisawa talks about his discussions with Rumiko Takahashi. She told him about how she wants him to make the scripts and how she wants him to write the characters, telling him things like solidifying the characters in great detail before moving the story forward. In the description of a plain explanation such as "this is a character," then the character's picture does not come to mind. She explained to him about making the characters come to life in story, even in detailed descriptions that made them real as a very natural story. Like good explanations of characters written in a game strategy book, movie pamphlets, convincing readers and viewers past more than just an image with good description as if they can imagine the character. Rumiko pointed out to things to him like, make it more suitable for a daughter of Sesshomaru, or please write without the first person ling, and let's go with this. First person ling was where they were deciding how Toa would address herself, atashi, boku, or watashi. They decided that Toa would use watashi, which is a formal way of addressing oneself. Katsuyuki Sumisawa was asked if it was decided from the beginning for there to be three main characters. Originally, they were going to have Toa and Setsuna as the two main characters, but realizing it, they fit Maroha in the middle as the third main character. It worked better that way. He said when he was writing the script for Shonen Bakushuzoku, he was told by the creator, Satoshi Yoshida, it's better to have 3, 5, or some other odd numbers of main characters. If you do that, the story will move along. I'm counting on you. Looking back, all of the successful programs he was in charge of had 3 or 5 core characters. Rumiko-sensei drew a number of patterns for Toa and Setsuna, but when it came to Maroha, she drew her in one go and said, "This is Maroha." They asked Katsuyuki Sumisawa how to describe the three main characters, and he says, "As I said at the beginning, I'm very hesitant to introduce them with just these words. In words and sentences, I can only talk about one aspect of the characters, and I don't have enough vocabulary to convey the charm drawn by Rumiko-sensei. Even so, if I dare to talk about it, starting with Toa and Setsuna, younger sister Setsuna has a cool aura about her and is more similar to Sesshomaru. Elder sister Toa comes across as boyish in appearance, but she may have a cute side to her. I touched upon in last month's issue that Setsuna and Toa inherited the yin and yang of Sesshomaru respectively, but at the same time both yin and yang exist in Toa and Setsuna. Half-demons are self-contradicting existences, and that is the best subject that has been passed down. That has been the case since the time of InuYasha, but in Yashahime, Princess Half-Demon, this is emphasized and the sisters became characters with two conflicting worlds. With that, the theme of the story is how the girls solve their problems. They ask how Toa was able to pass through time with the well being closed off. Katsuyuki Sumisawa says that Kagome's role is completed, so the well is closed. Remember that the well works with feelings and duty. So they use the idea from the movie InuYasha, Affections Touching Across Time. He mentions how the sacred tree is also referred to as the Tree of Ages, and if you remember, Kikyo does say that the sacred tree is also a Tree of Ages. The setting, the sacred tree was the material of the Bone Eater's Well, was an idea given by Rumiko-sensei. As readers and fans may not have known, even for the non-original part of InuYasha, while discussing with Rumiko many times, they decided on a number of basic settings unique to the anime version. You heard that the idea of the well being made from sacred tree wood was Rumiko Takahashi's idea for the first movie, and that would be used in Yashahime for the tree. I also love the name Tunnel of Ages. They did in fact use the first movie for this, as I had expected the first time I heard that Toa goes into a tree tunnel. Then watching the trailer had confirmed this further when Toa said that Rootheads had stolen the sacred tree's power. They decided on things to be exclusive to the anime and movies only. This was something I had thought in the past about the Final Act Kiss and movies as well as Ayame. They kept out the exclusive things for the anime version. Katsuyuki Sumisawa says, "All I submitted was drafts. I wrote in the proposal that Toa is dressed to be able to fight easily, Setsuna's clothes is a demon slayer's uniform, and Maroha's clothes are the robe of the fire rat that InuYasha wore, which she then modified herself. At first, I wrote a plan to have Moroha wear Western-style design, but I think that the current design is definitely cooler, as expected of Romiko-sensei to come up with the idea of bare feet and leg warmers. Since Toa and Setsuna wear clothes that hide their legs, I wonder if she had Moroha show her legs. He laughs. With the mentioning of Moroha wearing the same fire rat fur that InuYasha wore, a lot of us had already assumed that she was wearing fire rat, alongside Rumiko Takahashi's sketches that had mentioned fire rat fur, which we had seen when Yashahime was first announced in the Shonen Sunday magazine. If it is the same exact one, I think it was put on her when the fire happened. I like the idea that she modified it herself, seeing how her entire outfit has a tattered and worn appearance. He says, the staff and cast of InuYasha are so close to each other that we travel to tropical islands every year with Rumiko-sensei. He laughs. Even in this work, I make it while working very closely with Sensei. All the staff are working hard so that the viewers can feel this is a story after the world of InuYasha, so please treat us well. Thank you for your cooperation. He said that they chose to have 2 daughters for Sesshomaru because if you only have one child, the staff become overprotective. If you have 2 children, the children will quarrel with each other, so a story is born. However, if it is a quarrel between sisters with an age difference, it will be like a real fight and thus no good. InuYasha and Sesshomaru were brothers that didn't get along well, so there's no point in doing the same thing. That's why it became twin sisters with an equal relationship. He said he didn't think of a son for Sesshomaru because any character that would be made wouldn't be interesting, and for boys it's usually about efforts to surpass their father, which was already done in InuYasha, so it was only natural for them to make the main character a girl this time. Rumiko Takahashi told Sumisawa on how she wants the scripts to be made for Yashahime, even down to specifics on how Toa would address herself. Considering she is the series supervisor, they have been confirmed to have constant discussions, working very close with Rumiko Takahashi for Yashahime. They are so close that they are even going on vacations with the staff and cast with Rumiko Takahashi, confirming the anime exclusives that they had agreed on alongside her ideas that were put into the anime and movies. Rumiko Takahashi's specifics for Katsuyuki Sumisawa to do character descriptions past than just an image, and boy, were these character descriptions blessings from them. Thank you so much to Carla for providing the scan used in this video, Esther for putting together the text, and Leah for providing a proper proofread translation from Japanese to English. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have been able to make this video. What did you guys think of this new information we have from this magazine? Let us know in the comments below.